were you in a position where you could have had an open and honest conversation with your manager about it? Like, hey, what are you seeing here? And, how should I go about this? Because, obviously you're seeing me in a little bit of a different light this year than you have. And, what does it look like from your end so we can talk about it? And I can have an understanding of what I need to do moving forward to either get out of here and go somewhere where I feel comfortable, having that conversation, or, what do I need to do for you to, to get me going where I need to go?
That's so good.
Dude, I feel like I did.
Dude, you were made for this.
You're ruining a terrible segue right now. That was a perfect
No, take it. Take it. I'm just like dude, but think about how many people listen to the show though that are in college probably going through the exact same thing.
Yeah.
It happens at the high school level,
dude, the communication from player to manager does not happen.
Well, how many times does a manager totally just not let it happen?
That's a lot.
So what do you got?
So yeah, do I feel like I had that opportunity? No.
Yeah.
0. And I could probably list 8 other guys. But what's funny is you hear the stories about Damon at the Santa Rosa Junior College. I felt way more comfortable being able to talk to him about those kind of things versus my D2.
Yeah. What role was he in? He was your manager at
Damon?
the Juke? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Manager, drill sergeant,
Yeah.
and yeller.
Hey,
But I felt more comfortable talking to him because he was super honest.
If he was a drill sergeant and a yeller, but you felt comfortable talking to him, then that
I
relationship,
think that's a
okay.
lost arc in baseball and business is when the boss perceives himself don't talk to me.
Yeah.
I'm going to make my decisions.
That's
and
exactly what it was.
And you guys are the employees and you can't say anything about that. And there's no personal relationship.
Yeah.
There's no connection.
That's bullshit.
And I'm sure I got teammates probably looking at old teammates looking at this that got the other end of it.
Yeah. Shout them out. What up, Henry?
Dude, honestly, the other fucking end of it is tough too. Sorry. The other normal end of it is tough too. Because if you are one of those guys that gets treated like you're on a pedestal.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I've been in both situations. And when you're treated like you're on a pedestal, that's uncomfortable too. Because for the rest, especially if you're in a tight knit group and your team's tight, you don't want that either.
Yeah.
It's hey, how about we all have a conversation?
Wow, that was really good catch.
Thank you. I'm getting better at catching. It's been a while.
Yeah, you're cut off for this, dude. This is you. You're in your element right now.
Yeah, dude.
I took your pose.
Literally
by the way.
laying in the grass at the city park.
I'm one with all these bugs and crickets and worms.
You'd be one.
I'm so connected though right now. I'm so plugged in. I got more charge than this pod track over here.
Hey, just leave the Gophers alone, okay?
Well, no guarantees, but I think what we're on right now is super I know we're kind of getting silly too, and it's almost about time to throw, but I think what we're on is super prevalent in today's society and game. I think when you look at how do I get the best out of the individual, how do I get the best out of whether it be an athlete or an employee, I think when you establish a personal connection or a personal relationship, and it's okay, I'm not necessarily frightened to talk to my boss or my manager or whatever. I'm going to talk to a human being. The best managers that I've ever played for have established that early on. It goes the same, hand in hand with the whole environment and the culture, right? Establishing that, establish the culture in that if someone's upset, if someone's, not pleased, it's going to affect the team because it's negative energy. I'm a big energy guy.
Oh, me too.
And what do I got to do to make sure that positive energy is flowing throughout the entire season or the entire year if you're working a different job? And I think that stems from, kind of as a boss or whatever manager, checking the ego at the door because everyone wants power and craves that power and it feels good. Don't get me wrong. But when push comes to shove and it's now about winning and productivity, that approach to me doesn't accomplish the task of winning.
I would agree.